What's going on, everybody? My name is Kia with Crown Aesthetics, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to calculate your macros. Stay tuned.
Turn my music.
Okay, first but not least, I know a lot of you beginners out there have problem calculating your macros because you don't know how much fats and carbs and protein you need to take. And to be honest with you, I've been through all that, and I know it's annoying because the last thing you want to do is to really harm your body. Because if you're getting too low amount of carbs, then you won't have the energy to go to the gym or do anything. And if you're dieting, you need to make sure you have a good amount of protein and fat. Now, there are a lot of ways that you can calculate your macros, but I'm only going to go over one that works for me the best. There's another one which is a 40-40-20 split, and I'm sure you can find that anywhere. And I mean anywhere on YouTube. But this way that I do it is more efficient for me, and it works way better for me, and honestly it makes a lot more sense to me. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Before I take you to my computer and show you every single step on how to do this, I'm going to give you a quick run through of what the process will be. So what we're going to do first is that we're going to go to a website, which I'm going to have the link in the description, and calculate our base metabolic rate, which is our BMR. And then based on our activity level, on how active we are, we're going to get our maintenance calorie to stay at the weight we are without doing anything really. And then we're going to put ourselves in a calorie deficit from anywhere from 500 to 1,000. And then using that, we're going to get our macros. Now what I do to get my macros is that I calculate my fats, protein, and then whatever I had left for my calories, I get from carbs. Now it's really easy, but come with me and I'm going to show you every single thing. Stay tuned. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my computer. As you guys can see here, I have the website that I was telling you about, which is the BMR calculator. Now, once you go to this website, it's going to ask you for a couple informations, which is your height, your weight, and your age, and whether you're a male or a female. Now, for this specific video, I'm using an example person who is 6 feet tall, he weighs 185 pounds, and he's 20 years old. And after you click on calculate BMR, we get a number that says you have a BMR of 1903.5. Now you can leave it at what it is, or you can just round it to 1904. Now for this video, I round it to 1904. Okay, after you get that part done and you get your BMR, as you can see here, I have on the screen a couple levels of activity where you use to get your maintenance calorie. Now we have sedentary, we have lightly active, we have moderate, we have active, and we have very active. Sedentary means you really don't do anything. Lightly active is you work out 1 to 3 times a week. Moderate is 3 to 5 times a week. And active is 6 to 7 times a week, and you're serious about working out. And very active is you have a really crazy job, you're moving a lot, you're sweating a lot, and you're lifting heavy things, and you're really serious about working out, and you pretty much work out every day. Now once you figure out which one you really fall into, what you want to do is get that BMR you got from the last part and multiply it by your level of activity. Now for this example person, I'm using moderate. He works out 3 to 5 times a week. And as you can see, I did the calculation and I got 2,949. Now that means he has to eat 2,949 calories to stay at the weight he is, to not gain any weight or to lose any weight. Now, if he were to bulk, then he could just add 500 calories and, gain 1 pound a week. But for this video, like I said, we're going to pretend that he's trying to lose weight and put him in a calorie deficit. Now, on the third part, you can see that I used 500 to put him in a calorie deficit. Now, as I mentioned, what you want to do is put yourself in 500 to 1,000 calorie deficit. That's where you want to be at. Anything more than that is too much. You're losing way too fast. But if you're putting yourself into 500, you're losing 1 pound a week. If you're putting yourself at 1,000, you are losing 2 pounds a week. Now for this person, I use 500. And as you can see, when I subtract his maintenance from that 500, I get 2,449. And then I round it up to 2,450. So this person really needs to hit that much calorie to lose 1 pound a week. Okay guys, after you figure out how many calories you need to hit to lose 1 pound or 2 pounds a week, what you want to do is to figure out your macros next. As you can see here, I have um, the macros for carbs, protein, and fats. Now, there are 4 calories in a gram of carb and 4 calories in a gram of protein, and there are 9 calories in a gram of fat. So, carbs and protein are the same. Now, when you're dieting, I would suggest you to hit 1.2 to 1.3 grams of protein per body weight. Now, I would say start with 1.2 if you're around 15 to 16% body fat. Now, as you're getting leaner and leaner, then you want to hit more protein. So I would say 1.3 gram would be perfect if you're getting really lean and you're getting to that single digit body fat. Now, for this person, I use 185 pounds and I multiplied by 1.2 and I got 220 grams of protein. That means this person needs to hit 220 grams of protein. And what you want to do next is to multiply that number by 4 to see how many calories are in the amount of protein he's getting. So after I do that, I get 888 calories for protein intake. Okay, now we're gonna figure out our fats. Now for fats, I would suggest anywhere from 50 grams of fat to 55 grams of fat. Depending on the person, it's different. You know, I use 55 grams of fat myself. Now, to figure out your fat calories, what you want to do is to multiply that 55 times 9, because there are 9 calories in a gram of fat. So after you do that, then you get a calorie for the amount of fat you're hitting. So for this example person, I'm getting 495 calories per gram for 55 grams of fat he's getting. Now, like I said, for fats, um, if you're heavier, I would say 50 to 60 grams. But if you're like 170 pounds, 185, I would say 50 to 55. Like that's what I'm using right now. I'm using 55 grams of fat right now. Okay, now to figure out your carbs, as I mentioned, we're gonna have whatever calorie we have left for our carbs, pretty much. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get those 2 calories you got from protein and fat and add them up. Now I did that here, and as you can see, I got 1,383 calories for protein and fat he's taking in. Now, what you want to do is remember that calorie deficit you put yourself in. You want to get that number and subtract the calorie you just got from the protein and fat. And then once you subtract them, you get a number. So I got 1,067 calories left to eat. So what I want to do now is, since there are 4 calories in a gram of carb, I want to divide that number by 4. So then that puts me at 267 grams of carbs. Okay, and then after you do this, you got your macros. See, it's really simple. So this example person needs to hit 222 grams of protein, 55 grams of fat, and 267 grams of carbs to lose weight. Now, as you're getting leaner, these numbers definitely change, and you know, bulking is completely different than dieting. For bulking, you want to hit 1 gram of protein, about 60 grams of fat, and remaining comes from the carbs. It's pretty much the same thing, like it's the same method you use, but this is it, guys. This is what you do to figure out your macros. Alright guys, this is it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure if you have any questions to shoot me an email at crownaesthetics@gmail.com, and I try to make it as easy as possible so you guys don't get confused. But again, if you like the video, make sure to comment, rate, subscribe, and share the video, and be looking out for more videos coming. So until next time, I'm Kia with Crown Aesthetics. Peace.